Joining me now on the line is Liz Innes, Mayor of Eurobodalla, for the latest on the fire situation in that area. Liz, thanks very much for your time. What can you tell us about what's happening there on the ground at the moment in your area?
There's a lovely light drizzle that's over the evacuation centre in Bateman's Bay at the moment. We've seen considerable amount of people be able to go back to their homes. Currently, there's still a lot of homes in the Bateman's Bay to Moruya area, I believe, that have no power. So at the evacuation centre here, though, we're still feeding people. We're making sure that they've got as much comfort as we can possibly give them. It's people's tension and stress and worry is, obviously extremely heightened. But, I'm so proud of how my community has really stepped up to the challenge here. We've had businesses come in and just offer everything that they can. We've had just members of the community just rallying around each other. It is just truly a humbling experience.
Talk us through the loss where you are in terms of properties destroyed, because these fires, obviously people in a lot of cases did the right thing, that they left when they were told to, went to these evacuation centres, but what's awaiting them?
Look, I honestly, I live in a very remote rural property, and yesterday I had to stay home again in case we had to defend our home again. We came under attack on the New Year's Eve night. In fact, it was one of the first properties that were impacted. And so I stayed home yesterday, and I honestly have been out of communication. Communications has been absolutely diabolical. It is so frustrating at the moment to try and get any information on a lot of things, and I know a lot of people are concerned about that, but I know everyone's trying to do their best. But I have not even had time to get a briefing on where we're up to with the losses of houses. I know that we would have definitely lost more houses yesterday, but look, our community really did do the right thing. Everybody that could possibly get out of those areas did. I know that there were some local people that did save houses, and I also know that the work that the RFS and particularly with the aircraft support, they did an enormous effort around Moruya and Bateman's Bay. But unless we get significant rain, we are certainly not out of the danger yet. This monster has not finished with us.
So what is the ongoing threat right now? We know conditions are better. You spoke about the drizzle, but we also heard that we're going to need quite a lot of rain, whether it be Victoria or New South Wales,
of course, right.
To actually dampen the extent of these fires. What are you facing right now?
Right now, look, I think everybody's just bracing for, obviously the latest I heard yesterday from RFS, and I'm just going off what I was listening to on ABC radio, to be honest, because it's one of the few channels that we've been able to consistently get over time. But, all the radios and the TV stations have been doing an incredible job to try and keep people informed. But from what I understand, we could face another quite hot weekend next weekend. At this point, mode of
we
trying
might have lost
ahead of this,
yes,
types of things back to our
Liz,
community.
we're just cutting in and out at the moment. I don't know if you can move a metre or two.
I'll
just
do
try
anything
one more
about that,
time.
Problem
no, sorry, yeah, we understand that. I did want to ask you about the communication side, actually, because obviously people understand power lines when they go down in these situations. Well, there's not much that can be done. People often have generators, though. What about the communications aspect? Is that the most frustrating part? Perhaps there's an ability to have more... Liz, have you got me on the line here?
I have. I can hear you again now. Sorry, that's an example of exactly what's happening at the moment. It's very difficult with communications.
And I wanted to ask about that. Is that the most frustrating part? Everyone can, you can get your own generator, you can't get your own reception. If there's a way to get a sort of mobile reception unit in these circumstances, is that one of the things that's missing from the response?
Look, I think, like I said, I know that everybody that has a role to play, whether that be community, at the electricity, even doing their very, very best.
All right, we'll move on. I'm not sure if you can still hear me, Liz. As you mentioned, it is a big issue with communication. We understand that. Liz Innes, the Mayor of Eurobodalla there, so one of the heavily affected areas, as you heard, they're still facing the monster, not out of the woods yet, and we'll let her get back to that effort as the community continues to wait in some cases to be able to get back into, unfortunately for many of them, no doubt, homes that are no longer there.